Broncos country, I think the football gods have parted the Red Sea for us to go get an upgrade in our tight end room behind Evan Ingram. You guys know who it is. It's Darnell Washington. I'm going to get into why I feel like this is the move for the Broncos to make right now, why this has happened. Of course, let me know your thoughts in the comments, how you'd feel about Darnell Washington being in the orange and blue. But let's go ahead and get started, y'all. Let me go ahead and transition over here. So there was a big trade between the Dolphins and the Steelers today, and pretty interesting because Minkah Fitzpatrick ends up going back to the Dolphins, who originally drafted him and then traded him to the Steelers for a first round pick. Jonnu Smith, who I believe that is right there, tight end, goes to the Pittsburgh Steelers. So now they got a really solid 1-2 punch with Pat Fryermuth over there. And they also get Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins also get a 2027 fifth round pick. So Minka in a fifth for Ramsey, Smith, and a future seventh round pick. So a pretty interesting trade. But now somebody like Darnell Washington might be expendable for the Pittsburgh Steelers, especially because, they got this 1-2 punch. And behind Evan Ingram, what do we got? We got Adam Troutman, Lucas Kroll, uh, Caleb Lohner, who I think is just a very situational type of player. Maybe somebody like Nate Atkins or Caden Prescorn, surprise. But there we would benefit from a big time blocker that can just throw you out the club, how Gronk used to do it, right? That's what he used to say. And Darnell Washington is that. And he's affordable, 6'6, 265 pounds. He's a total menace. He mossed, what was it, Riley Moss against us last season. But you can see here, he's under contract at a very affordable rate for the next couple seasons. And then he's a free agent after the 2026 season. But if we were to acquire his services, his cap hit would be between $1 and $2 million each year, and that's fantastic. That is easy to acquire. So why not throw out a sixth round pick or a seventh round pick, hopefully for somebody like Darnell Washington? I think that's probably all it would take. Maybe since the Dolphins need a ton of help with the secondary, now that they've traded Ramsey, maybe we can offload Damari Mathis to them for a pick and then use that pick to be rerouted to Pittsburgh for somebody like Darnell Washington. But I think that he would be tremendous in the red zone. He'd also really help with the blocking. You can see here, pass blocking grade is fantastic this past year at 68.3. And while we're taking a look at it, receiving 20 receptions on 25 targets for 209 yards and a touchdown. Okay. Wasn't used in the passing game too much, but when you get to the run blocking, definitely a good grade at the run blocking position, 67.2. Called for 5 penalties this year. Looks like one was accepted. So that's something that if you can take away the penalties, that grade would look even better. So nice improvement from 23 to 24 with this. Again, comes from a national championship program at Georgia. Was he there for both of their national titles? I can't remember offhand, but comes from a championship culture. I think that he would be a tremendous ad right now and affordable. Definitely more affordable than some of the other free agents still available, such as a Gerald Everett, who would probably command more than the $1 million in change that Darnell Washington would need to be on the team. So that is my quick pitch right now of why we should bring in Darnell Washington. These are little moves that continue to upgrade the back half of the roster. That's what we need. He would be able to blow big time holes open in the run game for us. And again, another 6'6". I think he's closer to like 6'6.5". So let's just say 6'7", right? Closer to 6'7". We now have like 3'6'7" guys on the team. I would be a big time fan of that. So Broncos country, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Really do appreciate it. And on a side note, Denver Nuggets trading MPJ for Cam Johnson, getting below the first apron. So they got the full mid-level exception. They also got Bruce Brown here on a 1-year vet min deal. Nuggets are cooking. How about that? Have a wonderful day and go Broncos.